Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to another edition of What's Happening Now with CNI Solutions. As always, remember to like, share, and comment on this broadcast. So there might be information out there that you yourself might not be able to use, but someone, family member, friend, neighbor could use that information. Remember, we still got our campaign going on for the community love. We're still trying to raise that fund to help feed the less fortunate this holiday season. So by all means, if you hadn't had a chance, just go to our Facebook page or to our homepage for CNI Solutions, and you will see where you can go ahead and donate and support that cause. Mm-hmm. All right. Last night, if y'all had a chance to come watch our live, it was an impromptu. We were down there for the candidate speaks. Mr. Fomby and I was there to listen to some of the candidates here for the Alabama who's running for state senate and Congress. Mm-hmm. It was very interesting. It went right along the lines with the live we had last week when Mr. Brewster was talking about voters' right with the League of the Women's Voters and for getting everybody out there to vote. So if you hadn't had a chance to get registered, please go out there and get registered so you can vote for the right candidate. So tonight, we got a special guest here in the studio with us tonight. We got Mr. Reggie Jackson himself. All right.
Hey, guys.
Good.
Fellas.
So, Mr. Jackson, I see what you're about and what you're doing. Talk to us a little bit about PQ.
Okay. What I found is that many people are busy. Mm-hmm. I mean, life happens, especially when you get over 40. You find it's difficult to balance work, family, health. You have college tuitions to pay, house notes, car notes to pay, overtime to be worked, and college tuition to be paid, and make your wife happy or make your husband happy. So a lot of times your personal desires and your vision gets pushed to the back burner sometimes. Health usually being the first thing that people sacrifice when they're moving up the corporate ladder and trying to make a living for their family. So what I want to do at PQ was to provide a convenient workout for people that are pressed for time, money, financial resources, or people that lack the motivation, people that lack the knowledge of how to construct a program or how to eat well. I want to make this accessible, easy to follow for people that are beginners, intermediate, or even to the advanced level, something that you can fit into your time schedule, 30 minutes a day. That's all I ask for you guys. We provide on-site training. We will come to your business, but what is most popular is our live streaming services. We stream through different times of the day where you get me for 30 minutes. And I lead you guys through a super intense, motivated workout where we have different companies that participate. We interact with each other. We support each other and encourage each other from all walks of life and different fitness levels, different goals. We also have a library of videos that if you can't catch me, you can go and check out one of my many videos that are available at your convenience. We also offer nutritional support because truth is, no matter how hard you work, you can't outwork bad nutrition. So it's important to get that. And what I want to do is make it as easy as possible for the average person. We don't construct diets. Diets don't work because they're temporary. And we're adults. We have families. We have celebrations. We eat out sometimes. So I try to provide a realistic nutritional plan that everyone can follow. For example, we want to cut out cold drinks. If you cut out cold drinks, in 1 year, you lose between 12 and 15 pounds. If it's white, it ain't right. That's rice, bread, pasta, potatoes. Okay? Man, don't ask me any questions about, well, what about this type rice or what about this type bread? Look, man, what part of no rice don't you understand?
You cut them deep now.
Well, what about diet pops? Look, man, what part of no pops don't you understand? So with that being said, we've got an easy-to-use nutritional guideline for us, for regular people. And last but not least, the motivational component. We know what we need to do, and many of us know how to work out. We know that we should be more active, but sometimes we need someone to jumpstart your motivational batteries or kick in the rear, and that's what I do. Sometimes we need a cheerleader, and more times than not, we need a drill sergeant also. So I'll send you guys maybe a motivational speech from YouTube content creator Monday morning to get your Monday morning start off right. I may send you text throughout the week. If you're at your desk at 3 o'clock, I may say, all right, get up out your desk, do 15 body squats, or walk around the parking lot, get back to your desk. Just something to get your mind, get your body in the act of being a little more active and less sedentary. And, you may get a personal text message from me on Fridays for a job well done throughout the week, and with emphasis on finishing the week strong. So I want to provide as much and as close to a personal training environment as if you were in my studio, but you being where you are and where you're located. And, your family's welcome to join your workouts. Co-workers encourage co-workers, students encourage students. So I just want to be all inclusive, 30 minutes where we get our cardio in, muscle training, muscle development exercises, and some abdominal work. Just to get you guys started where we can begin the process of being our best self.
Okay, all right. So Reggie, Mr. Jackson, you, from your upbringing and getting to where you're at, you weren't always this fitness-minded person. How did you come to figure out this is what you want to do?
Girls, the ladies. As any young man in his teens, the ladies. I wanted attention from the ladies, and they like football players, and I was 140 pounds soaking wet. I had to get my weight up. All right, so all seriousness aside, so yeah, when I moved from Detroit, Michigan, I moved to Alabama, and in Alabama, football is king, and I want to get my weight up, so I decided to start working out. Now, what many people and what I didn't know at the time was you have to have time to grow into your grown man body.
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, we're trying to push it. I want to look like this one and this one in the Muscle Fitness magazines. The truth is, those expectations were unrealistic, but I had them, and most young people do. Thank God that I had the determination to stick with it, because I was a joke. The larger kids would laugh. I don't know why you're lifting weights, Reg. You're never gonna get big. What are you doing? Let's go do this, and let's go to this party. Why are you at the gym? So the thing is, that was my initial motivation. But as I got older and I joined the Army, I just really wanted a change in my lifestyle. And I really want to be the best version of myself. But it started with me physically at that time when I was younger.
Okay. All right. All right. So we have a few slides. If I can get the producer to put one of them up, I want to talk a little bit about this one slide. I see here, you have on boxing gloves and you're talking about fitness and on-site workouts. Were you a boxer at one time? Did this help get you going? How did all of this come into play?
I was blessed. My last duty station when I was in the Army, I moved from Büdingen, Germany, stationed at Fort Hood, Texas. I had an opportunity at Fort Hood, Texas to try out for the boxing team, Fort Hood World Beaters. And that was one of my dreams. And actually, that was one of my main goals when I enlisted in the service, was to be an all-Army boxer. So it just seemed like the Most High made everything come to alignment. And I had an opportunity to try out at the Fort Hood Invitational in '93. And 2 knockouts later, man, I made the Fort Hood boxing team. So they moved me from a non-nuclear, biological, and chemical non-commissioned officer to special duty on the Fort Hood boxing team. And my job from then on out was just to train boxing and travel the country, enter tournaments, and represent Fort Hood in the Army as a boxer.
Okay, wow. All right. Wow,
I was glad.
That is
and
awesome.
they paid you for that?
Yeah, I was paid. And we work less. Hey, yeah, I never had to never wore BDUs again.
Wow,
it's beautiful.
Oh, well. So we got here, it says go to market and plan. What are we saying here? Go to market and plan. What does that mean?
This with corporate employee benefits, B2C.
Those are target businesses. Okay. And they're separate in each other. The insurance companies, I want to offer PQ to insurance companies, something they can add on to their clients' pre-existing coverage as an added amenity. For less than $5 a month, that will hopefully bring down their overall insurance rates, because they're engaging in a fitness routine. Sometimes they have smoking cessation programs, or if you join the gym and you go a certain amount of times a week, then they give you breaks on your insurance. So we're working with a couple of insurance companies to add that, with their companies and that with their individuals. Also, we're working on getting into schools, virtual schooling. As you know, with COVID, that shut down schools for a while. Well, we had to come up with alternative ways to educate our young people, and at home was the way to go. Now, being at home, much like adults, talking to you, much like you guys at home, when we work from home, that's an excuse to be lazier. That's an escape. You don't have to commute to work back and forth. It gives you an extra hour just to do nothing, sitting around and eat snacks. Yes, you eat snacks at home. But with that being said, so the kids, they do the classes, but they're inactive. They're not walking back and forth to class. They're not at PE. They're on the video game playing Roblox and John Madden 2022. They're on their cell phones. So they have a lot of free time where they're not active. They're not a lot of our younger people, they're not as active as our generation were when we were younger. So that being said, what we do at PQ, we offer virtual physical fitness for the young people. 30 minutes of fitness, get you guys involved.
So here I see something, you got traction, and it looks like you have an organization, Will Technologies, as a matter of fact.
Right.
So is this part of we will bring the fitness to you, to your company? And exactly how does that work?
We reach out to different companies and see, first of all, if they think that it will benefit their company, or if there's something their employees would be interested in. And you'd be surprised, many companies, when they think about fitness, there's always that one person or a couple of people that they know, well, this so-and-so works out and so-and-so works out.
Right.
And myself, I've thought about getting back into it. Well, what do you got there, Mr. Jackson? So we talk, and some of my companies, Will Technology, great group of people. Crystal, that's one of my great friends, to give us an opportunity in her corporate office to participate in PQ on the clock during their lunch break. So she extends their lunch break, or about 30 minutes. And as a group, the entire office, and Crystal included, they participate 3 times a week where we live stream.
Okay.
So they get me and we interact, and I lead them through workouts. And each workout varies. We do, like I said, cardiovascular activities. We do obviously
always try to never let the stress get.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we back on there, producer. Gentlemen, we apologize for that interruption. We did have a thunderstorm that's rolling through and it kind of knocked our power out for a minute. But hey, as always, we're going to adapt and overcome and get it taken care of. Yes. So we had a question from one of the viewers just as the power went out. Producer, if you could put that question back up from Mr. Jackson. Question is, what are your thoughts on flavored carbonated sparkling water? That was the first question. And the second question, does one receive the same health benefits from sparkling water as from regular water?
Those are two great questions. I'll tell you, for most people, now, unless you're an elite athlete or, you have pre-existing medical conditions that you have to be really specific with your diet. For example, people that can't take gluten, things of that nature, the level, the percentage, and the difference of what one does and what one doesn't is not even for you to be really concerned about. It's just important that you drink water. Okay, so no, it's not that big of a difference at all. Drink as much water as you can, and if it takes you drinking sparkling water to keep you off the sodas and the pops, then that's what you do.
Okay, all right, good. Glad to know that because I'm an avid sparkling water drinker.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, absolutely.
So he had just certified me good to go to keep drinking my sparkling water. Mr. Farley, what you got, Brewster?
Throw a little water in there with that.
There it is. Right.
Little minerals in there. Okay, but Mr. Jackson, I tell you what, I've been sitting here listening to a plethora of information, and really, viewers, I know I may look like the picture of health with these guns and everything, but you mentioned on your website, it says, do wellness programs make employees more productive? What do you think about that?
I do. Every company has a culture or an attitude, and it starts at the top, but it filters down to the relationship that individuals have when they coexist as employees to employer, supervisors to those that are being supervised. The wellness programs help. Well, if you have an attitude, if you have an environment where people are happier and they feel like they're being productive, they feel like they're being valued, not only in their professional life, but they're making out strides in their personal life, then yeah, that makes just a better environment. So here's my thing. The definition, my definition of happiness is when you make progress in an area of your life that's important to you, that's happiness. So when it comes to fitness, I don't care who you are. If you go to lose weight, when you start losing weight, you're happier. If you're trying to add a little size to your arms and your chest, when you start having people on the street ask, "Hey man, do you work out? You've been working out?" You kind of lift that chin up a little bit. Now, when you get that type of encouragement, when you're at that, translating to other areas of you being productive in other areas of your life, and you walk around at work with a better attitude, you're much more pleasant to be around. You deal with adversities much smoother. You don't get stressed over little things because today you're going to do the best you can, but afterwards you're going to do something else that's going to make you better.
Right.
Yes.
So another thing I heard you talk about some of the things that COVID caused when the COVID came, hit us by storm. How did that change your business model, your business plan when COVID hit the ground? What are some of the things that you did that you're still doing?
Okay. Well, COVID changed a lot of things. It changed how we looked at business. It changed how businesses looked at the relationship they have with their employers and if they really needed them in-house. Now, there's certain businesses that you can do from home remotely. You can't lift weights remotely. You have to actually touch a weight. You have to actually lift a weight. You got my point? Now, many people didn't feel comfortable going to a large commercial gym where the weights have been touched by dozens, if not hundreds of people, with minimum levels of cleanliness. And you just be honest, gyms ask the people to clean up after they get done. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
You know, so that being said, it made people still only the true diehards risk being sick going to gyms after they open back up. But most people, I would say 59% of people have gym memberships now, but they don't use them for fear of being infected with COVID. So people were looking for alternative ways to train and stay in shape, be it DVDs, workout tapes, be it be it training with people like me remotely, maybe looking at doing some buying weights and equipment from Amazon and making your own home gym, or even at work offering on-site training for their employees to boost their morale and health. The truth is, the healthier you are, the better your immune system is. That's in effect a direct benefit of being more healthy. So it just changed the business model, and I think it moved us forward in how we handle and do things.
I tell you what, viewers, despite our little setback with the power outage, hey, if there's people out there that you want to share this with, please share this broadcast with them and get this vital information that Mr. Jackson is putting out. He is putting out some good, solid information. So when you talk about fitness and you talk about live streaming, when we were overseas, when I was working overseas, there was a program that was called Insanity.
Yeah.
And a group of us got together and we were doing Insanity and old boy, when he said, "I see you there, keep moving." You know, he couldn't see us. We were still trying to pop and get it going. Would you say what you're doing now is similar to that, but you're just live?
That's exactly, yeah. That would be a good comparison. P90X, Insanity. The truth is, we're as people, we're social creatures, and we do better when we interact with each other. Not to say that we're vain but we do like attention. Everyone feels better when you react better when someone knows your name, when someone looks at you or talks to you personally. So I try to give as much of a personal training session, personal training type with the people. So I do interact with people, but unfortunately, people have different schedules, different times that they can log in and catch my stream. Maybe you can't catch my stream. So with that being said, we have the videos that we did earlier where you can view it. So I'm talking to the people at home, and we're cutting up, having a good time. And yeah, we're gonna definitely encourage each other.
Well, before you bro, we got another question out there. It says, what would be your suggestion for a workout plan for a person with arthritis or other joint ailments that don't include water workout?
Boxing. I think that you guys just try some boxing. And obviously I'm asking you to go in the ring and spar and fight anyone, but the actual training could help loosen up your joints. You're gonna loosen up your shoulders, your elbows, your hips are gonna be engaged more. Now, obviously, before you start boxing, check with your healthcare provider, your doctor, and see if this is gonna cause any significant disabilities or damages to you. But because boxing is you don't have a consistent weight or load bearing exercise, so you're basically using your own body's weight, leveraging momentum to create your workout. So it's less hard on your joints because you don't have constant weight bearing down on you. Okay. And look, it's worth a shot.
Good deal.
Oh wow! You mentioned, so where can like myself, where can I find your streams? You said you can go back and watch your streams. Mm-hmm. Where are they located at? It's a members only group right now. Okay, and it's PQ. Okay. -U, PEAK-U. And right now, we're experimenting with different streaming platforms. Okay. And we're using Facebook groups. It's easy. Everyone has a Facebook. I just add you as a member to the group. You have access to all of our videos, motivational, compilations from different content creators on YouTube.
And you can interact with me, ask questions, and just
Okay.
get a little move forward like that.
All right, Charles, it's still me.
No, wait, got another question out there.
Who is that out
It
there?
says, do you think physical fitness has a direct impact on one's mental health, depression, for an example?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For those people out there right now, I want you to understand one thing, man. No matter what stage you are in your life, no matter where you are in your personal, professional development, it is never too late for you to do something amazing with your life. You're never too old to do something incredible. I'm 50 years old and I'm in the best shape of my life. Okay. Don't feel like you're at a point in your life where you give up hope and it's too late for you. Don't compare where you are based on where somebody else is in their life. Your path is different than their path.
Right.
Okay. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare. You just make it, you set your mind to it that, you know what? Today is the day I get better. You don't have to do everything at once. Each day, take small steps to be better. Look, okay, today I'm going to eat a salad, or today I'm going to cut out pops. Today I'm going to wake up and drink bottled water. Just by you engaging in something that you know is making you better, absolutely increase your mental health, because you take back the power. You take back the power and control of your life that for far too long, many of us have put in other people's hands, in other people's pockets, the keys to our happiness. Mm-hmm. Right now, yes, mental health is directly affected by your physical health. I encourage you to get started today. Don't worry about the big picture. Just do what you can. Little by little, a little adds up to a lot, and you can do it.
Well said. Well said.
Well, ready to go, Charles. Let's go. Let's get it. So, I tell you what, when I think about, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about some business aspect, right? CNI Solutions having its own entrepreneurship center. I'm going to ask you this: what prompted you to go into business? What prompted you to go into business?
Okay.
And then I'll have about 5 follow-up questions.
I'll tell you, I have a little history about me. I'm a single father. I've had my daughter since she was 6 weeks old. And she's graduated from Alabama, Roll Tide. She's a registered nurse, been a registered traveling nurse for about 4 years now, 3 years now. But at one time, I was area manager of a company that sold high-end residential and commercial fitness equipment. Now, I'll say it's probably about 12 years ago, we experienced a recession. People were clutching their pocketbooks a little tighter. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, people were cutting out and making cuts to what they were purchasing. And treadmills that cost $4,000, ellipticals that cost $3,500, home gyms that cost $7,000. Those were some of the first things that people got rid of or decided not to purchase. I'd rather just get a membership for my family for $70 a month. So the market became a little lean, and our corporate office decided that we didn't have the market that was generating enough revenue in this area. But I was more than welcome to move to the corporate office in Knoxville. Now look, I'm a single father, and my support group is here, where I have everything in place. Where I'm working, my daughter has got we've got a support group here, so that wasn't an option. Now I've looked at pursuing a career in law enforcement. I have many great friends that are higher ups, captains, lieutenants, and sergeants in law enforcement. And I would have been a great cop, but that did not give me passion. That was not my vision. There's no doubt I would have been great, but my passion was and is to help people. I know how fitness changed my life and gave me inspiration, and not just better health, but in other areas of my life. To be a better student, to be a great father, to be a fantastic brother and son. So with all that being said, I had a choice to make. So I took a leap on faith. I believed that everything I had inside of me was enough to be successful. And I got a loan, I got some money, and I decided to purchase me some equipment and start my own gym. We had a business incubator at the time. They gave me an opportunity to lease a space. And I just started training. I started with one client. It's my boxing client. I charged him $10 a session, and I'll never forget him, Jimmy. And that changed my life, man. That one client, I knew I could get two. And I knew that if I kept being genuine and I kept doing my best and treating everyone special, and they saw the benefit and the value of what I was offering, I could get three. If I get three, if they tell someone, I get six. If I get six, you know what? We're going to the top now.
Yes, sir.
But it was a slow motion, slow process. Many people think that entrepreneurship is you just work when you want to work, take vacations when you want to take vacations, and the money's just gonna come rolling in. You hire a general manager and salespeople, and all you gotta do is sit on the beach and drink margaritas and watch reruns of Matlock. It doesn't work that way. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of belief, because you're gonna have obstacles. You're gonna have challenges. You're gonna have to weave your way through the land minefield that is being an entrepreneur. But when you surround yourself with great quality people, a network of people that genuinely care about you and want to see you succeed, you're going to be just fine. You just can't give up.
Yeah.
He hit it right on the head when he started talking about the difficulties of being an entrepreneur and being your own boss. I just did a little video talking about what does it mean to be your own boss. You know, do you get to come and go when you want? You know, do you get to take vacations when you want?
Right.
You know, there's a little thing behind being your own boss where you're really not your own boss, because you have a calendar that tells you got appointments coming in.
Yes, sir.
You got people lined up for Tuesday and Thursday who want to have boxing class. So that calendar is essentially, as a business owner, your boss. You know, so that is very interesting. So go ahead, Mr. Formby.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. You know, Charles he's doing those TikToks. You're doing TikTok?
TikTok.
Right. So I've been checking them out. But, you know, you said three things: special, benefit, and value as far as your customers.
Yes.
You know, and this is something that we try to make sure if there are any small business owners that are out there, you can't forget, you know, your customers, they want to feel special. Meaning, when I walk into a business, I want to feel special.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
sir. How are you? Can I help you? No, I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. And you know, be there when I need you, right?
Yes.
What's that benefit? What's that benefit for that business owner, right? You greet it with a smile. You gave that customer, made them feel like family, you know, and felt like they were valued as a customer. So I really like that. So I don't know where you've been training at. Now we're not going to say, but yeah, that's good. No,
Thank you.
I that's really, really good. So let me see here. You talked about motivation, right? I don't know why I wrote this down. How do you help a person that lacks motivation? Maybe it was me. I don't know.
Well,
but how do you help a person who lacks motivation?
That's a great question. First of all, look, we're all human. We're people. Even I get unmotivated. We all, at certain points of our life, we lack motivation. Sometimes we have a lot of motivation. For a person that's unmotivated, well, I figure out, well, what would make you happy? What would you like to see if you could just snap your fingers and change something in your life? Or if you could write your life out in a book, from this point on, how would you write it? What would the ending be like? And then you think, well, I'd be rich. Okay, I get it. All right, you'd be rich. What else? Well, I would have this. I would have a six-pack. I wouldn't have the stomach. Or girls, I'd have longer hair, or I'd be skinnier, or whatever. I find out, well, okay, or I'd have a degree, or I'd have 2 kids and a wife, or I'd have a husband that played for the Baltimore Ravens. Or, I mean, look, I'm being facetious, but your dream is your dream, your vision. So I want to find out what would make you happier. You can have everything you want right now. We'll figure out, well, you're not motivated. Okay. So, well, you know what? I would like to lose weight. Well, what's stopping you? Well, I've got this, I've got that. Many times we talk ourselves out of the process because we condition ourselves to giving up before we even start. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people have a overinflated sense of self-entitlement. So it's hard to get a work ethic. We're a drive-through microwave society where we want results now, and we want it with the least amount of effort. So if a person is not motivated in fitness, but they say that's something that they want to do, I provide them with options that they can do where they can take baby steps and still see significant results with the nutrition, with the training. And I pair them with other people. If we can get in a small group and you figure out, well, dang, I thought I was the only person that just, when I got off work, was wanted to go home and just kick back on the couch.
Right.
You get in a group of people that feel that way. You figure out that as a team, you guys can overcome anything. Well, you guys in the Army, you guys were in the Army. Look, and they teach camaraderie, because the truth is, as brothers in the service, we're not going to all be on our A game every day. I may be slacking today, but he's got together. And he's right there hard charging, leading the way. I got to follow this man. And some days I might have it going on and he's dragging butt. Either way, I have to be the guy that holds us accountable and reinstills the belief that you can do better, believe in yourself again. But first of all, you have to believe that you can get better. You have to want it. I can't want it for you.
Right.
You know, at the end of that, you know, I took what, now viewers out there, I took what you just said and I thought about it from a business aspect, right? You talk about an accountability partner or a mentor in a sense. Once upon a time, I used to train people, right? And I was always that one out front saying, come on.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't getting paid for it. It's just something I love to do.
Yes, sir. Passion.
Right? Exactly. And that question that I just asked you was for me. So I lack motivation, right? And you know, I think I'm gonna find me someone that I can kind of latch onto for a while.
There you go.
You know, it's kind of like me. I have a Ram 1500. Every now and then I latch onto a Mercedes Benz and I pull them.
Not too many times, bro. Not too many times. Now, don't let him pull that wool over your eyes like that. Okay. All right. Hey, we got another question out there from the audience. It says, "Do you feel the national BMI scale is biased and against people of color?" Ooh. Ouch.
What's that? Like that question.
Ouch. Body mass index.
It's biased against people in the 2020s because if you've noticed, young men are taller, bigger, young ladies develop earlier. The BMI scale is outdated, in my opinion. And you have different body types. It doesn't take into account bone density. It doesn't take into account your predisposition, you're hitting growth spurts. I can show you 5 women that weigh 150 pounds and there's totally different body styles. One's going to be tall and slim. One might be a little shorter and thicker. One might be more muscular. One might be a little more robust, rotund. The BMI scale, it's a gauge just like anything else to go by. It's not the end all and the be all. It should not be what you use as a defining factor for your success, and neither should the scale. The scale does not know how much muscle you have, how much fat you have. A lot of times when I train people for weight loss, they want to lose weight, but I ask them to stay off the scale because I'm not going to do you a disservice by just making you lose weight. I want you to gain muscle. The more muscles you have, it's going to be the more effectively you will burn fat and your body will function. So the BMI scale, I personally would go by inches, how your clothes fit. Take measurements, your chest, your waist, your hips, your legs, your neck, your arms, and measure your success based on the inches you lose in key areas or the inches you gain in key areas.
Interesting. Good question. So, you know, when you talked about your Facebook group and streaming, 2 questions I got for that. What are your streaming times?
Okay.
And the second one is, you said it's an invite only. Is it an invite only to be part of that? Well, how does one get invited to that?
Great question. Well, we live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 o'clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. We want to incorporate a morning class, but I need input and I need people to participate in if I had a 5 o'clock class or a 6 o'clock class. So because we're in the beta stage of our training, but we have paying clients, we have a bunch of companies that participate. I get input from the people that are participating. If I offer the class at this time, would you guys participate? Or what other times would you guys like to participate? So because I'm trying to grow a company and I want to cater around offering accessibility and convenience for you guys at home. I want this to be a program that fits easily into your work schedule or your in between your home schedule. I'm open to suggestions, and we're looking at adding more times. And what was the other question?
Well, I think you kind of hit it on there, but when you said something, it made me think, if you're going to live stream, you actually will you have interaction with the people on the other end, so you can be able to say, "Hey, Derek, I see you sitting down. Keep moving. Keep putting your legs up. Oh, I'm sorry, Reggie. I'm sorry. I just caught a cramp. Well, stretch it out and keep going."
Right.
You will be able to interact like that as if they're there in your gym,
yes, sir,
working in front of you.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And
you need that.
What's fun is that
you need that, Brewster.
And what's fun is that no one wants to be the weak link of the group. So we got CNI Solutions working out. We've got Will Technology working out. We've got Infinity Software Solutions working out, and we're all going at it. We're not competing, but we're kind of like trying to get together too on our own. So no one wants to be the person that's slacking.
Right.
And when I live stream, I'm not a drill sergeant. I'm more of a cheerleader and an encourager, because the truth is, we're all adults. I try to do a really good job of explaining what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how it's going to benefit you guys. So my goal is to eventually train you out of my life, train you to the point where you're knowledgeable how to conduct or how to construct a nutritional guideline. You're knowledgeable how to use equipment to further your progress without me, because I'm not going to be with you forever. So, and I want to give you guys the motivation. The motivation is you seeing results, knowing that you can do it, knowing that you're heading in the right direction. That's going to propel you forward to levels that you never thought possible. So that's what we do.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, I think you hit it all right there.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're working.
Hey, team, those out there who are viewing this, who may tune in late to view it, hey, please share this broadcast. Please share it. And because there's a lot of good information that Mr. Jackson has been putting out on the fitness health. We had a lot of good questions that were coming in that might pertain to some of you all that you might need to know. I've heard him mention, boxing might be a good thing, but this is the second time I've heard that. I heard that before. Someone mentioned you should try boxing when someone said that I have arthritis, my joints hurt, and this and that. Because there is no load bearing on their body when they are working out. It's just their own core body weight that they're working with. So good points out there. Good points out there.
Definitely.
Mr. Jackson, do you have any closing remarks before we decide to close?
Yeah. This camera right here?
Yeah, that one right there.
Fellas, ladies, here's what I want for you. I want the best. Everyone has a vision of where they could be. If you were the version that you want to be, if you could write and draw, if you could really just be who you want to be, that could be going back to school. That could be being a better parent or a husband or spouse or becoming more healthy. Now's the time to do it. You have everything you need right now to be the best version of yourself. Just like an acorn has everything in it necessary to become an oak tree, you have everything necessary inside of you to be everything you want to be. Surround yourself with good people. That's the soil. Surround yourself with people that are going to bless you and give you knowledge and encouragement. That's the water. And the sunshine is just you having the belief in the Most High, knowing that one foot in front of the other, you will get there. Little by little, a little adds up to a lot. Take back your power, and today, make a decision that you're going to be the best you can be and believe you can.
Outstanding.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, I guess that means Mr. Farby ain't got nothing to say. Hey, we appreciate you all for joining us this evening. We do apologize for the interruption for the thunderstorm, the little break, but we were able to get back on track. And again, as always, like, share, comment on these broadcasts. Give it to somebody who can use this vital information that was partaken to us by Mr. Jackson himself. And as always, remember, your yesterday is not your today, and your today is not your tomorrow. Good night.